You did mention Will Howard. Take me through the article you wrote. Do you think the Browns should consider him?
Yeah, so obviously Will Howard makes sense from a lot of different angles. One of them being that he played down the street on down I-71 in Columbus this past year and is now an Ohio State legend because he leads the program to a national championship in just his 1 year there. Um so it's interesting because I kind of put Milroe and Howard going into probably like midway through the season. I would have had them like at the same place. Like, yeah, they're probably these quarterbacks that need some work at the next level. But I think Howard, aside from Ryan Day, may sort of. I think the playoff did the most for Ryan Day, but I think Will Howard's probably like second on that list in terms of players that benefited from it because man, like he showed some real promise as a pocket passer. He showed an ability to push the ball down the field accurately. He showed an ability, and we saw it on Monday night in the Notre Dame game and in the championship game, with pressure bearing down on him to sort of stand in and still deliver the ball on target to a certain spot. And I think that last call that sort of cemented the win for them on Monday night, where he throws it up to Jeremiah Smith. I mean, gutsy call from Chip Kelly to begin with, but a gutsy throw by Will Howard with the game on the line to take a deep shot like that, and he put it on the money with a 7-man pressure coming down, like right down Broadway towards him. So I think he also showed an ability to run the football. I think the one thing that we knew about Will Howard before the playoff was that he has a lot of poise. He doesn't get rattled very much, and I think that's something Ohio State valued in bringing him in the first place. And so I think that will translate very well to the NFL level. I think there are still some questions about like him as a passer, but if he can kind of take the momentum he built during the playoff and add to it during the Senior Bowl next week, the Combine coming up in February, his pro day, I think that momentum could lead to him being like solidly a day two pick, and he falls then in line with I think like similar to the conversation we had with Jalen Milroe as a guy that if the Browns decide we don't want to take a quarterback at number two, we just think it's too risky and we don't love these guys, then I think Will Howard very much becomes a guy that's in play for you on one of those days, and gives you somebody you can take probably to back up a veteran, and you just kind of take a chance and see if he can be anything at the next level, and if maybe your coaching helps him become something that other teams maybe don't think he can be. So yeah, I think those two are sort of in the same box for me of players that have some potential that I'm intrigued by, but I still need to see more.